Hey, thanks for joining the channel. In today's episode, we are going to change the engine oil on this John Deere 3038E. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Tim and Joel. Welcome to Midwest Hunting and Outdoors by Two Dumbasses, a podcast about the outdoors, hunting, and being a steward of the land.
Hey folks, thanks for joining Midwest Hunting and Outdoors by Two Dumbasses. Tim is on hiatus today, some business travel. So I thought I would just do a quick episode. I'm getting ready to really put some hours on my tractor here going into fall. It's late July, early August, and it is hot. And it's only going to get hotter according to the forecast. So I really want to go into this fall's planting season with my tractor in the best shape it possibly can. So looking up the maintenance schedule, just so likely that I've got a fuel filter change, I've got an oil filter change, and I've got I'm up for hydrostatic transmission fluid change. So in today's episode, I'm just going to deal with the engine oil. But if you are ever curious about what your maintenance schedule is, you can just lift up the hood here and you can find out what that maintenance schedule is for your tractor, all the way down to air cleaners, oils, fluids, etc., etc. All right, I think step one for me today, this is optional for you, of course, but this thing's a little worse for the wear, so I'm going to get the power sprayer out and clean this thing up and give me a chance to get in there without getting too dirty. And I know I'm going to get sweaty, but get some of the grease and grime and get this thing looking like a tractor again. So step one for me here is to power spray this and clean the tractor. First things first, before you crawl in or on your tractor, let's talk about safety. So in this case, changing oil, I have put the tractor in neutral, shut it off, put the tractor back in low after it's turned off, lowered the bucket, and set the emergency brake on it. I want to make sure this tractor is level and not going to roll. So from an oil change standpoint, those are the safety points. Okay, let's talk about the tools that you're going to need for this. So first of all, you're going to need an 11/16" wrench to loosen and remove the oil pan nut. 11/16. You're going to need some type of oil filter wrench. I've got a band type. They make pliers type. They make caps that go over the end. What's on here now is a Fram 3593A oil filter. I'm going to put a Napa filter on this. This is the second oil change I've done on this tractor. I bought it used. It's almost 400 hours on it, so this will be the third oil change. The original oil filter, of course, was a John Deere filter I removed. I put a Fram 3593A on it, and today I'm going to put a Napa 1064. So oil filters, I'm out of warranty here, so John Deere doesn't have leverage for me to pay 2 or 3 times more for their filters, even though they're getting made by someone else. So Napa filter, some type of funnel to get the oil in to the reservoir when we're done. And John Deere recommends that you use 1540 engine oil. I'm using 5-point, which is certified by John Deere, but not a John Deere product. So let's get to this and go from there. All right, the drain plug for this is located on the step side, which is the left side of the tractor as you're sitting at the seat. So left side, right in front of the step, right in front of the loader arm. You have a oil pan and a nut right here. Easiest way to get access to this is probably from the other side, the right side of the tractor. So here we are on the right-hand side of the tractor as you're sitting in the seat. The oil filter is right down here, right past the exhaust. And it may help, and it will help, to remove this panel because it's hard to get in there to remove the oil filter and add the new oil. So this panel is removed. In the back there's just a hand toggle that you can do by hand and move the back panel. But the front part of the panel is a 10mm bolt with a 10mm nut on the back. So let's remove that and remove this panel. Okay, just a couple tips and watch-outs. When you're removing the old filter, make sure when the filter's removed, I've got some pretty good video of it here, when the filter's removed, clean that, and then make sure that there's no gasket material or parts of a gasket material left there. So when I removed this one, for example, this gasket was stuck up against the tractor part of it, and if I didn't know to look for that, I would have put the new filter on, and most likely it would not have sealed, and there would have been at a minimum an oil leak there. So make sure that this seal from the old oil filter is removed. A couple other tips: before you add the new filter, make sure you take a little oil and just lubricate the gasket or the O-ring. That will make sure they're tight fit. And then before you install it, mark the number of hours on this so it's easy to tell when you did the last change. Okay, before you put the oil in, obviously you want to put the drain plug in. I didn't take video of this, but when you put the drain plug in, one, don't over tighten it. Two, make sure that the gasket is good and that the gasket is on there and it's not stuck or falling off. So I went out and bought this nice little funnel here so it gets me up and out of the way. So you may want to do that. The capacity on this 3-cylinder engine is 4.8 quarts, just a little bit shy of 5 quarts. So I'm going to try to put in about 4.8 quarts, turn it on, let it run a little bit, and then check the level. Folks, that's it. I've probably got $35 invested in the filter and the oil. I bought 2 gallons of oil, more oil than I needed, but it'll come in handy down the road. But anyway, thank you for watching. You can do this, pretty self-explanatory. Follow the steps in the video here and they will get you where you need to be. If you have any comments, we would love to see them down below. But until next time, be safe, have fun, get outdoors, and stay cool.
Thanks for listening or watching our show. We have some exciting topics and guests coming up. We ask that you subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We look forward to hearing your suggestions for topics, questions, and comments. This is 2 Dumbasses signing off. Until next time, be safe, have fun, and get outdoors.